Are you trying to support a loved one who is going through the difficult infertility journey and you just don't seem to get it right? In this video, we are going to go away from all the medical jargon, all the diagnoses, and all those treatment protocols. And we are going to discuss about something as important, and that is how to support a loved one who is going through the infertility journey. Sometimes, well-meaning friends, loved ones, and even strangers can say something to someone in this journey that can cut very deeply. Most of the time, actually, the intention is usually to give comfort, to support, but the impact is the direct opposite. In this video, we are going to discuss what not to say to a person going through this journey and what to say to offer support truly. So let's dive in. So to start us off, one of the most common phrases that people say is, just relax and you'll be okay. So this statement is really dismissive of this person's pain, this person's emotional hurt, because you're telling them that they should just relax away their medical diagnosis, because infertility is a medical diagnosis. For instance, someone who has blocked fallopian tubes, you're telling them, just relax and it will go away. How will they relax away their blocked fallopian tubes? Another case is someone who has low sperm count. How do they relax that away? When you say that, the impact of your words is that this problem is actually in their head and they are to blame for not being calm enough. You see, please, let's not say this. We can do better. The second one, most people say, why can't you just adopt? In as much as adoption is actually a very beautiful but different pathway to parenthood. When you say this to someone, you're telling them their desire to have their biological child, to be pregnant, to deliver, all those processes involved in parenthood. You're telling them that this desire can easily be replaced. So they should just put away their desire and go for what you're advising. This is not good. In as much as you want to offer support, I don't think this is the kind of support you're trying to offer. The third one, and this is mostly with religious people. Someone will tell another, maybe it's not God's timing, or maybe it's not God's plan. In as much as God's plan and God's timing in our lives is very important, telling this to somebody going through this infertility journey, you are causing them to feel like they're not worthy, or maybe God is punishing them in a way or another. So when you say this, I know your intention wasn't to tell them that God is punishing them or they are not worthy. So it's important that you just don't say such things to someone in this journey. Another common phrase that people say is, I know someone that did XYZ and got pregnant immediately. In as much as your intention is to offer hope, your impact, sometimes you're causing this person to feel some sense of pressure or failure, because some of them sometimes go and try these things and they might not work. And then they will ask, why me? So this unsolicited advice can just add pressure, can just add a sense of failure. And I don't think that's your intention. Please don't say this. Last but not least, another thing that people say is, at least you can have free time to sleep, or you can travel. I know that this thing that people talk about, they call it being child-free in this our generation. So for people who want to be child-free, well and good, but telling this to someone who is going through the infertility journey is quite insensitive, because you're telling them that their heartbreak is actually a privilege, that they get to have free time, they get to have disposable income because they do not have a child. So you don't have to put this kind of pressure or insensitivity on this person going through this journey. I hope you have learned what not to say. Please don't say this to people. It can cut deeply. It can worsen their wounds, because already infertility is a very emotional journey and these people are going through a lot. So you don't have to add to their burden. So one might be asking, how can you support your loved one who is going through this infertility journey? You're in the right place. So first, instead of giving unsolicited advice, please offer validation. You can say something like, I can imagine that must be very difficult. I'm really sorry you're going through this. When you say this, you are acknowledging their pain. You are acknowledging their desire, and you're not minimizing the problem. And these people will feel truly supported, because when you see their pain, then that's actually really powerful. So instead of asking for updates, you can offer an open door. What I mean is this: instead of the constant questioning, you can just tell them something like, I'm here if you're ready to talk. And this is very empowering, because now they're open to decide whether they want to share the information with you or not. So thirdly, instead of minimizing, empathize. Sometimes just agreeing that the situation actually stinks is what they need to hear. Another thing you can do is offer support that is practical but non-intrusive. What I mean is, you can do life together with these people, supporting them. Like, for example, you can go for dinner, you can go to the gym, you can walk, whatever they like to do, you can be part of it, because the diagnosis of infertility does not mean the end of the world. So you can still do life with these people, go out, go to the movies, and that's enough support. Lastly, but very importantly, simply listen. Sometimes the one thing to say is, say nothing at all. You can sit there and just listen. Let them tell you everything. Just listen. You don't have to offer unsolicited support. And now a quick word for someone who is going through this journey. If you've heard these words, I want you to know that your feelings are valid, and it's very important to set boundaries. So you can say something like, thank you for being supportive, but those words are actually very hard to hear. Or you can simply tell these people, we are not looking for advice right now. So in conclusion, at heart, I know we mean well, and we'd like to support our friends and loved ones. And I'd like you to know that there's no perfect script or you trying to fix it, because you actually cannot fix it. Let us replace unsolicited advice for validation, and let us offer support and love in the correct manner to make our loved ones feel truly supported. Subscribe to join our community, and let us change the conversation around fertility together.